The project came all about because of the repositioning of the resort. Our goal is over the next few years to reposition the resort in Jimbaran Bay, renovate restaurants and the villas one by one over the coming years. The first and the most important project was of course Sundara as the beach venue, and it's an $8 million project with the Japanese designer Koichi from Spin, and in addition we hired a Spanish bar consultant, the best bartender in Europe, hired an Australian chef from Sydney and Queensland. He had several restaurants, freestanding restaurants, and the owners wanted to establish this restaurant as the signature restaurant in Bali and probably even Southeast Asia. And it took us a little bit more than a year, and it's open now and it's doing very well.
You said, we were talking before about it's helping reposition the resort to a degree. Tell us a bit about how it is achieving that for you.
Yeah. The resort is a very beautiful Balinese village. It's a traditional Balinese village, and going with times, after 20 years, we needed to establish a restaurant that gives us an edge, a cool version of the resort, which we can do with the resort. And at the end of the resort, at the edge of the resort, where we are able to create something that doesn't interfere with the design of the entire resort. So that's what Sundara is doing for us. And it gives us eventually, not yet achieved, but about 75% outside guests coming as well to the resort, which then start talking about the resort.
There traditionally hasn't been much in the way of nightlife down in Jimbaran apart from some seafood restaurants. So is it really sort of reinvigorating the whole area and even Nusa Dua to a degree as well too?
No, it will. It's becoming already the little Seminyak. Actually the Seminyak that is easier to visit because it's directly at the airport. It has much more potential for the entire Nusa Dua area because there are a lot of hotels there. People don't want to go all the way to Seminyak. And it's of course the rock bar at the Ayana, it's us, and I'm very happy. It's become almost like a strip in Jimbaran. Plus I have the Intercontinental and the Puri Jimbaran. Both channel managers already came, saw Sundara, talked to me, spoke to their owners to do something along the same lines to become a stretch in Jimbaran Bay, which is great.
And where are the travellers coming from at the moment? Which are the international markets that are really performing well for you?
It's still by far Asia and Japan as number one. US is improving a lot again because of the economy. Europe is doing fine. They are still hanging in there with their economy, so it's going to take a little bit longer. But Asia number one, Japan, US, and then Europe.
Are you seeing much interest out of the MICE market now that some of the travel warnings have dropped off? I mean, particularly out of the Australian government, they dropped the travel warning down, making it more affordable for delegates without the extra insurance on top. How's the MICE market for you? What are you expecting?
No, it's a great improvement. Especially the last 2 years already. And this year, great groups, incentives. We have great function space here with the new Sundara upstairs, also function space. The weather is playing great the last few months, so we're doing outside events. It's doing very well for the resort. And actually also for Siam, very interestingly. We have a smaller resort there, but it helps very well with having a day off your meetings and then going to Siam to our second resort.